Hello and welcome to another Chino, Juan Moreno stop motion channel. This time we are going to take a look on this costume Carnage figure. It's super dope. I just finished the paint sculpt, and in this video I'm going to show you the process of this Carnage. This has been a costume that has been done by so many people. It is not my original idea, however, I took inspiration from all of those creators. It is also a costume that you can see miles away, so it is super cool. Join me and take a look on the process of making this dude.
To make this figure you need the Crow from the Eternals. It is a cool figure, but we are going to make some modifications in order to make it look like a Carnage. The base figure is pretty decent. It has lots of articulation, the sculpt department is pretty cool. You can see we have all the articulation that you can expect from a Marvel Legends. The cool ankle pivot, the double jointed knees, the hips and the leg articulation is pretty cool for this kind of figure. We have a torso articulation, we have a ball jointed head, and we do have a ball jointed elbows. The articulation is kind of limited, but it's okay. The range is enough. We have a double jointed elbow and we have a swivel cut in the forearm. So the articulation in the figure is going to give us a lot of range. The figure comes with these tentacle accessories that can be attached on the back of the figure. These tentacles are fixed in the position and they go to the back of the figure, so you cannot do pretty much anything with animations. So in the future I may try to add some wire pulsable tentacles in the back with some magnets. You can also detach the hands from the figure and attach these other tentacles that could be used as a weapon or some symbiotic kind of stuff. But again, you can sculpt those and make an axe or some weapon. Here you can see Crow with other symbiote figures from the Spider-Man universe. I tried to change the head from the extra Venom that I have from the comic version or the movie version, but it's not possible because of the ball joint that we have. However, you can attach the head from the previous Carnage, but it looks kind of weird since it's pretty small. So we need to remove those Bach green and yellow colors from the original figure. So what I do here is just adding regular black paint. It is made. So after that I am going to add the red, and I try to be very careful not to cover the whole thing, and I just want to go for the upper part of the texture so we can still see some black in the background, so I don't have to do any backwash or something like that. After the first layer of paint is dry, I try to add more red paint in some other areas, so we kind of have these little jumps into the paint so you can have a little bit more of volume. We need to do a little trim on the feet to remove the excess. You can take an extra step over here and sculpt your own feet, which I did. We need to remove some parts of the head because of the weird shape that he has. You can use a Dremel tool if you have one, or you can do it just with an X-Acto knife. Here I opened the space for the mouth, and that is going to give me a little bit of extra space, especially when doing the teeth, so I wanted to go for the smile. So here I'm mixing epoxy clay with some regular clay. I mix 50% of epoxy clay with regular clay, and that is going to give me a little bit more time to sculpt, and especially a little bit more of better sculpt properties. So that's super cool because the regular epoxy clay is not that sculptable, if that's even a word. So I tried to do it on camera, but it's super hard, so kudos for those who can. After the sculpt was finished, I was going for the black paint, the same process in the body, so I can have these as a base, so I don't have to worry later on adding a black wash. So that's kind of a backwards process. So after the black is dry, we can go with the white in the teeth and the red in the head. I was trying to find some cool reference from the movies, but there's very few pictures out there, so I try to make my own mix. So if it is not that screen accurate, bear with me, this is my own version of the Carnage and I'm super happy with the result. Once you get the eyes into the white paint and the teeth, the final result is super cool, and I was very happy with this. It really blends with the sculpt.
So this figure is amazing. I wasn't really going to go for it, but since I have this figure in a very good deal price, it was super cheap. It was probably about $15 or something like that. And the figure itself was cool in the beginning, but now it's way cooler. Take a look on that custom head that I just sculpted. There's also options for 3D printed heads, so give it a try if you can. But I'm super happy with it. It is a pretty easy custom to make if you are a beginner, and the final result is super nice. So at the end of the day, the figure looks super cool. Of course, in the head sculpt department I could have done better, especially the head feels a little bit round in the sides, but I'm super happy with the result. I haven't done a costume or a sculpt in a long time, so that's okay for a first. And I still need to add some paint and some clear coat to make sure the paint doesn't go anywhere. But if you add the tentacles and stuff like that, you can pretty much have a super menacing figure. I may give it a try in the future to add some wire and do my own tentacles and arms, especially for the back of the figure. You can easily attach some magnets over there. So at the end of the day, it's a pretty decent figure. If you get it cheap, it's way better, and the final result is going to look like $100 figures, and it is still super easy and fun custom to make. So give it a try. So here you can see the figure next to the movie Venom. They look pretty good together, and next to the SHF Figure Arts Spider-Man. So let me know in the comments if you want this to be an episode in the next stop motion videos of the Chinoverse. Alright, because I'm super hyped about these figures, and it will be cool to add some Spider-Man videos into the Chinoverse. He's my favorite superhero from all time. So anyways, here you can see it next to the movie Deadpool, which is also a cool dude to be around the Spider-Man. That will be a super cool crossover. Deadpool was in the last episode of the X-Men, so check it out if you haven't. The Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man, this figure is super cool as well. He has aged pretty decently, but now we have better options for Spider-Man. Here we have the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which is also super cool. This is a classic suit. Here we have the Venom from the comic version. This is an old release from Marvel Legends. Could be better. Now we have better Venoms, but at the moment this was super dope. And last but not least, here we have the original comic version of the Carnage. Alright, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this custom video and you want to see more in the Chinoverse, hit me with a comment. So anyways, my name is Chino Moreno, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel with your like, comment, subscription and notification bell. That helps the channel a big deal. And if you are in the position to support a little bit more, consider becoming a patron. Thanks again for watching. I am Chino Moreno, and I will see you in the next video.